When I then first ever tried drugs, right, I noticed the switch in my head go, right, from I'm working all week and I'm obsessing over getting a bit on the weekend or having a drink on the weekend, taking stuff from my bedroom and selling it to get what I want. You know, or if I'm not getting what I want,
you're speaking that a real truth, bro.
If I'm not getting what I want, I'm acting out.
What's going on? What's happening, guys? Welcome to the best podcast in the world, Talking Black and White Podcast.
I go by the name Eddie, aka Black.
I'm Ash and I'm white.
Yes, you are, boy. Guys, I've got an amazing guest for you once again. And you know what, guys? I just want to thank you for actually allowing me to do this because I think it's so close to my heart and I think a lot of people are going to benefit from this. And he's my nemesis growing up. We went to the same secondary school. We used to have some healthy competition. But now it's time to, put everything we've learned and try to see, how much we've grown, really. What's going on, my boy?
What's happening, Melvin? You're right.
Welcome, man. Welcome, my boy. Welcome.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
All good.
Yeah, welcome to the pod, man. It's a pleasure to have you on.
Thank you very much.
We're very happy to have you on, I'll be honest with you. But boys, how was your New Year? It's New Year, by the way, 2024. So how was the New Year's? Did you lot do anything specific?
Nothing special, to be honest. It's just, just same person, different year.
You know it. How about you, Ash? You do anything over the New Year's?
I done something I always did as a dream. I took a shit. That went from last year to this year. So I accomplished that dream. Peace out.
Okay, cool. Nah, which is fair because we do work at the same place, you see, you guys. So, no, I think you also posted it in our group, the Talking Black and White. I don't know, I can't remember, but all I know is I saw
the work group chat.
Oh, it was the work group. Yeah. He actually did. He's not lying. He actually did take a shit in 2023.
And finished in 2024. Fair play.
Anyways, how about you, Connor? Did you do anything special, my boy?
No. I helped out at my uncle's shop. He sells fireworks. So
okay.
I come home and I was in bed asleep by 11. And then I woke up at 12 to a firework exploding and smashing one of the windows in the house. Oh, shit. Yeah, so other than that, and I went back to bed. To be fair, my New Year's for me ain't the same no more.
How come?
Because it used to be all about staying up, going out with the lads, getting a drink, but nowadays that ain't me no more. I'm unhappy if I'm not in bed by 10 o'clock. I like my sleep.
It's good to have a routine as well.
Yeah, I like my sleep. I'm up early. No matter what time I go to bed, I'll go to bed at 1 o'clock in the morning because I've been on Xbox or computer.
You need to switch to PlayStation, by the way.
Nah, get PlayStation, man. Xbox, man.
But I respect you for your loyalty.
Right, I'll switch to PlayStation if you switch to a Chelsea fan.
Dead.
There you go.
Dead. What is he even doing that for? So you were saying you're a morning riser, basically. Then?
Yeah, I love my early mornings. I'm up early, I've got kids now.
Yeah.
I've got, I've got a life now. Do you know what I mean? I never used to. My previous, for the last 10 years, I've always seen New Year's on my own.
Okay.
Because, or I'd be out with friends, clubbing, didn't have my priorities right.
But then, just to go on that, so what was the transition from having the point of you're out with the lads, you're doing what lads do. We ain't got to discuss it.
Drinking party.
What do lads do? Tell me.
We know what lads do. Come on now.
I don't know what you're on about.
But
we don't know the same lads.
Man said we play board games.
But just having that transition. So what was that like for you, and what sort of ignited that transition for you?
So there was a few things, right? There was one New Year's. I was in Bournemouth with the lads. We had a table. There was a load of us, and my nan was in hospital. Sadly, she passed away the year after. In the early January, it'd be a couple of days. On the 7th of January, she passed away. So that was the last time I went out clubbing on New Year's. But my transition was when I finally started to clear my own act up, you know, because I went through a point of drug addiction, you know, which started off as me just drinking on the weekend with lads, you know, and then I started using a bit on the weekends, and it led me into places I didn't like, you know. I'd be sitting on my own in my bedroom for days, not sleeping, you know. My missus is next to me, my daughter's in her bed asleep, and I'm wide awake, I can't sleep, you know.
So it was almost like you're in a house with people, but it was lonely.
I was in a prison in my own head.
Yeah.
I could be in a room full of people. I feel so alone. That was how I used to feel.
All right. You know what I like to do sometimes, you know, man, when I feel like, because I kept quiet because I can feel the atmosphere. I'm so sensitive to the atmosphere, and I can feel it. We're going into the serious chat already. So before we get into that serious chat already, I just think we should maybe give our viewers a little background of what we're about to go into. Do you know what I mean? Because we were talking about New Year's, basically. What you do for New Year's, what you do for New Year's, what you do for New Year's. Me, what I do for New Year's, all that type of stuff.
We didn't even get to your New Year's. What did you do for New Year's?
Me like that. But basically, I went
It's not all about you.
You see this guy, right?
I like him. I like him already.
He's coming off the pod soon. I can't do it without him, man. That's the left hand to the talking black and white, right hand to the talking black and white.
There you go.
I hope I'm the spine.
He's hoping to be the carcass holding you. Yeah, he's trying to take the important role. We see how it goes.
You know. But yeah, so just went over to the in-laws, and it was bless her, because it was my missus's granddad's first Christmas in England. So we thought, you know what, well, she was really important to her that I went there. So
beautiful.
we went over there for the New Year's.
That's what it's
was
about.
Nice. We crossed over eating prawns. Actually, I can't remember if we crossed over eating prawns. Did we? Yeah, we crossed over eating prawns. There's a secret family recipe.
Wait, guys. This is the funniest thing ever.
Go on. Go on.
This is the funniest thing, yeah?
What, a nigga eating prawns?
An African nigga eating prawns on New Year's Eve.
So what's wrong about a nigga eating prawns?
Okay, name me one African you know that eat prawns.
That's
Malvin.
Because no. Now let's do that again. Oh my god. Yeah.
Third time lucky.
you know. But yeah, nah. You are right, because my mum don't like prawns, my dad don't like prawns. They think it's kind of the scum of the sea type of. So now I hear you. He is right. He is. Well, I hear you, because sometimes you ask the right question. But anyways, that's what I did for New Year's. But I can't stress enough how much I've been looking forward to this podcast today, boys, because me myself, I think I might have been borderline or even in an alcoholic state at some point in my life in the past 3, 4, 5 years. Do you know what I'm saying? So I think this is a very important discussion, not so much for Ash maybe, because he doesn't drink. If you don't know, Ash is a non-drinker.
Yeah, he drinks too much piss though, but you know.
In there, he does drink piss. But
all natural.
So I just thought this would be a perfect, because no one else is as brave as Connor to be in this position, I'll be honest with you. And no one else is as brave as us to be dissecting certain things and asking them certain questions which we might not be comfortable asking anyone else, or some people might not be comfortable asking. Do you know what I mean? Well, come on, we're the baddest trio around, so we ask anything.
The real questions that the people need to see.
You know. So obviously, bro, I don't know how you guys want to attack this conversation, but I think now we're kind of having an awareness of where we're going with it now, because my brother, bless him, he's strong enough and he actually wanted to talk to us about just drug addict and alcoholism. Is that even a word?
Yeah, alcoholism.
Yes. Oh shit!
Alcoholism. It's a illness.
Okay.
Yeah, it's an illness.
Alright, cool. So he is actually here to just talk about that, because in his spare time he does actually offer some of his help to other people, volunteer, I should say. Sorry, go on.
I think it's important to obviously mention this topic can be a bit triggering to people. So if you're actually watching this, we'll put a disclaimer that there are helplines out there that you can call. There are helplines, that you can reach out to. So this might be a little bit sensitive for people, but if the topic is too much for you, please just give yourself time and just leave or come out the podcast for a minute and just go and reflect, and then if you come back, and then but there are helplines out there, so don't be afraid to reach out. There's the NHS helpline that's available for people. They've got the Good Samaritans helplines out there, so you can always reach out to those organizations for some more assistance and more in depth. But what we're doing here, we're just kind of discussing from Connor's personal perspective.
My experience, yeah, 100%.
That was a nice touch from
Yeah, 100%. And also, sorry to butt in.
You're good.
We want you to know as well, you're not alone. You're not alone. So please reach out. Someone cares about you, and if you feel no one does, I want you to know I do.
Chill, son, easy, bro. Easy, bro. Anyway. Hey, by the way, the team is great. Look, we got 4 people on the table. 4 people on the table. We're doing all right. But okay, cool. Now let's get into it, lads. We're not going to waste too much time in the sense of, bro, I'm going to go straight into it and say, obviously we mentioned about the New Year's Eve tradition, which you used to kind of follow and stuff like that. But when did you first recognize that, okay, I might have a problem with either alcohol or drugs?
So I can't point my finger to an exact point, but what I can say is over the years I tried to stop, and I noticed I couldn't. That's when, right? So I would say the last 2 years, right? Because obviously I've been in recovery around 3 years now. I'm coming up 2 years clean and sober, off of everything. And I'd say it was 2 years prior to that I noticed. So I come in 21. So I'd say 2019, I noticed things were getting bad. Like I'm not making appointments for my daughter. I'm not making it there, or I'm forgetting things, or I'm taking stuff from my bedroom and selling it to get what I want. Or if I'm not getting what I want,
you're speaking that a real truth, bro.
If I'm not getting what I want, I'm acting out. Like, so it was. I noticed I had a problem, but I felt that I had it under wraps and no one knew. So when people say to me, "When did you notice?" I could say from the beginning, because I noticed in my missus' eyes. As soon as it started becoming a daily thing, that's when I noticed. When I'm watching her and her eyes just change, like she's just going black in her eyes. Like I'm taking her soul. I'm not just hurting myself. I can see it hurting others.
So I think for me, I want to go back slightly.
Yeah, it's fine.
Make sure you're connecting though. Connect to that and jump it back.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm just gonna. So before 2019.
Yeah.
Did you notice? Actually, no. So let's say before you started the addiction. So and then you got into the addiction. Did you notice the change in you?
In me.
And the way you approach, and then what was the effect on the people around you?
Yeah, so I noticed in myself, right? So Malvin can back me up with this. Like when it comes to sports, I got an addictive personality, right? So come to sports, I'm doing it all the time. I'm running all the time, playing football all the time, like. And then when I then first ever tried drugs, right, I noticed the switch in my head go, right, from I'm working all week and I'm obsessing over getting a bit on the weekend or having a drink on the weekend. And then I'm also noticing in about a month, 2 months into that, I'm noticing that my missus is saying, "Oh, you going out tonight?" I'm noticing my mum going, "You're spending no time at home." My daughter, I'm coming home and my daughter looks different because I'm not noticing it. I'm there, but I'm not there. I'm present for my family, but the lights are off at home in my head. I'm not there, emotionally, physically. Physically, I'm there. Emotionally, I'm not. Spiritually, I'm broken. I noticed it early, but I thought, how can I change that? Have a drink, do some drugs, because that was my way of escaping. I used that. You hear the stories all the time, right? If you had the life I had, the upbringing I had, right? Personally, right? This is my personal opinion, and from what I've seen and what I've learned over my few years of being in, right, because I'm still only a baby in this recovery, right, it don't matter what upbringing you had. It don't matter what colour you are, what race you are, where you was born in the world. It does not matter, right? I believe, right, honestly believe that I was born with this illness of alcoholism, right? And the reason I call it an illness is because I believe in 1953 it was turned into that is an actual illness, right? So in 1953 it becomes an actual illness that people suffer with, right? I don't know if something caused it. I don't know if I was born with it. But what I know is, now looking back on my childhood, I just weren't comfortable. I wasn't. Yeah, I can see.
Wait, I missed
can
that.
see it.
What did you say to him?
So I'm just kind of picking away saying like, so he's saying in his childhood,
Yeah.
he noticed some sort of effects of certain things that wasn't aligned,
100%.
which contributed to, which then goes to my next question of like, do you think then that was the trigger in you then getting into that, or was it something where?
No, the thing is, right, it was either going to happen when it happened, or it was going to happen later.
Later, yeah.
That's my belief, right? Not everyone believes that. That's my belief.
Come to me after you finish giving him this little thing.
And basically, I felt, so I was always seeking approval from others, right? I'm always, I feel uncomfortable in me, so I need to do something. I'm either acting out and being a class clown, so then people laugh, I'm getting all the attention. As soon as I get the attention, don't look at me, I don't want to know, right? So I've noticed that, like now looking back, I've sat down with my mum and had some real good conversations about my childhood, around how I felt she never took me to football practice, or she's taken my sister to ice skating, or she's taken my brother to rugby, or he's the baby, you got to look after him. And I felt as if I was the black sheep of the family, right? And I sit down with my mum today and I have conversations around it, and it isn't that. What the truth is, right, is my mum see that I was more independent than my brother and sister. They needed them there. So, like, how I pictured it, like, I've got a brain that will see what you see, but see it differently.
But process it differently, yeah.
My sister had the same upbringing as me. My brother had the same upbringing as me. They're not alcoholic addicts. I announce myself as an addict, right? But I also know that alcohol's a big problem for me, you know? It started off a big problem and then it phased out because I become a drug addict. It's as simple as that. I was a drug addict.
I think it's important that
you give Malvin a chance to ask a question. Go on. Thank you. You know what? Yeah?
Want the attention.
Go away.
I'm waiting for him to speak. He's on the podcast. He don't speak.
You know the thing about Ash, right?
He's gonna ask.
He calculates so much. This is what I was telling them, because me and my baby speak about it so much. He is taking in he's even taking in all the angles, which are,
and then he's gonna ask the right question.
Autistic people.
Yeah, my daughter's got it. My daughter's autistic.
Oh, it's actually.
Yeah.
What of me?
Huh?
I'm the same.
Yeah.
You don't know that yet, but anyway, I just wanted to ask, obviously, because we've been talking about like a bit of the background, a bit of the history of how we got here to a certain degree.
Yeah.
I wanted to take it a couple of steps back in the sense of like, when you woke up in the morning, what was just at the peak of your addiction?
Yeah.
What was it like just waking up in the morning? What would go through your mind? The first thing you think about, the things you would do on your daily routine as just a whole. Give me one.
In the height of my addiction, right?
Yeah, let's go there. Let's go.
So when I wake up, I want to kill myself already. Because I haven't died. So I want to kill myself because I haven't died. Because I've woke up again to this hellhole.
Okay.
I feel.
Okay, I hear you.
Yeah? And this can be 7:30 in the morning. I've had 3 hours sleep. My missus brings me up 2 bits of toast. And I'm on the phone to the dealer straight away. I'm still in bed. I'm 5.5 stone. I'm severely underweight and I'm grey, right? Because I don't go out. The only time I go out, I'm all wrapped up, sun, rain, snow, anything. I'm covered up, tracksuit, and I'm jogging down the road to meet a dealer, running around to the dealer's house to get what I need, right? I needed my fix, you know.
And would you mind us asking what drugs you were taking?
Yeah, so I was on cocaine.
Okay, cool. So you'd say in the morning you would jump straight on the coke?
I'd be on it from the minute my eyes open to the minute I fall asleep.
And by the way, I love you guys because I know we can have chats like this, and I'm glad I got boys like you, and I hope you guys also can feel the seriousness in this. Bro, we've not had this type of energy in this room, but it's great because it's needed. It's
it's important.
Yeah, but sorry, go on. So we wake up.
So I wake up, like I said, I wake up, get a couple of bits of toast, maybe a cup of tea if you're lucky, right? And I'm looking in the drawer to see if I've got any left. Anything I can scratch up because I know the dealer might not answer. My missus is getting ready for work. I'm begging her for money. And if she ain't giving me, I'm phoning the dealer, grabbing what I can and saying I'll pay him later. Right, and I'd take enough for like a lot of people to be like happy for a weekend, right? I'm taking like 10, 11 tickets, and then I'll phone him up at 1 o'clock. Got any more?
10, 11 tickets, so those will be 10
baggies.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you'd smash all 10 of them before
1 o'clock.
1 o'clock in the morning.
1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Sorry.
So
okay,
the problem was for me, right, is the best way to explain it to someone is, right, when you burn see a candle, when you light it, it goes down, it only gets smaller, doesn't it? Which means like the depths I went to only got lower and lower and lower and lower. So I used more.
That went over my head. You man got it.
I got it.
So I start up
You've
here.
got the candle
Yeah.
in its full length. You burn it, so you leave it burning. So the more it burns, the more it's
going down.
It's going down.
So I'm starting.
So he's
here.
starting here, and
My
obviously
my morals and everything
is
lower.
there.
You know, like I'm never gonna steal off my mum. I stole off my mum. I'm never gonna sell my daughter's stuff. I sold my daughter's stuff. I'm never gonna sell my stuff.
The goosebumps I'm getting, boy.
Yeah,
You're a man.
because
not for what you've done, but for what you're doing now.
Yeah, so
what we're doing now.
So I remember saying, I'm never gonna be a drug addict. I'm never gonna be an alcoholic, right? Because I grew up in a household where my dad drank a lot. My auntie was a drug addict. Yeah. We got my little brother who's got disabilities because his mum, when he was born, had to get him off of heroin, crack cocaine, methadone, and alcohol.
Methadone.
Yeah. So all of that, right?
I take it that there's some serious, strong stuff.
Yeah, so he's got cerebral palsy, spastic diplegia.
Oh no.
Right?
Yeah.
So
cerebral palsy, joint and muscular
yeah,
issues, right?
All that, right? So he's had numerous operations, right? God bless him, brother. I love this boy to bits. He's my cousin.
Yeah.
But he's not my cousin, he's my brother.
I hear you,
He's my brother, yeah.
I hear you.
Love him like my brother, yeah.
I hear you.
Had him since he was young, yeah. He was only small. He was 13 weeks premature. Shouldn't have made it.
Yeah, okay.
You know, so you imagine growing up, Melvin, you know me. Football mad. Healthy. I'm not gonna do all that. I'm not gonna smoke, I'm not gonna do none of this.
You didn't do none of that, bro.
Didn't.
None of us did.
But
None of us did.
You know them yets? I'm not gonna do it yet. Seeking approval, hanging around with the wrong people, you know, but I don't blame the people I was with. It's not their fault. If they didn't do it, someone else was gonna do it. I was always gonna be where I was. Because, right? This is today I know this, because God had a plan for me.
Say no more, Connor. No, you can't lose track on your day routine or how.
So we're at 1 o'clock.
You rang him, yeah.
He gives me a few more. He ain't giving me no more. My missus finishes at 6. By that time, I'll run another dealer and tick some off of him. Right? 6 o'clock comes home, I'll get some money off my missus, and then go and buy some.
But you've not.
I've not paid. Not paid the geezer in the morning. I've now rung him and said, "Oh, can I pay you at the end of the week?" Right? Because by this time, boys, at the height of my addiction, I'm doing £2,000 a week on tick.
Damn.
£2,000 a week on tick. No job. No savings. My missus.
So these are the heights it can actually take you to if
Malvin,
you're not aware.
I was homeless. My mum kicked me out so I couldn't be near my daughter because of all of this.
I'm sorry, man.
So, I think this is tough.
It's hard
So,
to go, I know.
Listen, do
I
not
can't
be
relate
afraid.
to any of that,
Do
that's
not
Yeah,
be.
no, but
Do
it-
not be scared to ask.
For me, it's very intriguing to hear your story, and I think it's important that we have this conversation. So, for me, I think the question I'll ask is for you, and of course, I've worked with people who suffer with these things, so I kind of have an understanding of what it
Oh,
is.
beautiful.
So, when it comes down to it, right? Is it the case of for you? Because I know some people I've worked with, they've said this. So, is it a case of when you take it for the first time, the first hit is the hit that you're forever chasing,
100%.
and that hit never comes. And the
100%.
more it doesn't come,
The more you chase.
more you then take to chase that hit. So I think my question for you then would be, in your chase for that first hit, that obviously took you down into your lowest. Did you at one point ever felt like, okay, I'm chasing, but I'm not getting there?
Answer to your question. Wow, that's a quite packed question, really. 100%. The first time I ever done it, like I felt 10 feet tall, 10 feet wide, couldn't swallow, right? And I wanted to fight the world. I felt like I could rip the world apart. Right? No word of a lie. I felt like I'd arrived. They call it arriving. I'd become the person I wanted to be, but didn't know how to be. Right?
I said I'd arrived. I love how they describe that as well.
Yeah.
I'd arrived.
But I
Okay.
got to a point where every time I'd done the first one, I was chasing that for the rest of the night.
Yeah.
But then, like you said, right, when it gets to the height of my addiction, I ain't getting no buzz no more. I'm doing it to make me feel normal.
Yeah.
Now when I sit here and say it to you guys, right, and I'm in a position that I am today, no one takes drugs to feel normal. Not recreational drugs.
Yeah, true.
Who takes cocaine to feel normal?
It's a party drug, isn't it?
It's an upper.
Yeah.
It makes you go. So a lot of people do cocaine when they drink because you get pissed, you have a line,
Yeah.
straightens you up, back up.
Yeah.
Right? But my argument was, I'm not going to waste money on alcohol to get pissed to then do a line to not feel pissed.
Okay,
Yeah. It's a waste of money, isn't it?
Waste of money, 100%.
Yeah.
So I got to the point
Cost of
where
living.
I wouldn't. So I got to a point where they call it dry sniffing. I wouldn't drink. I would just do drugs.
But is that not better?
No.
Okay.
But I know, right, that when I didn't get, so say like that day, like my mad day I've told you about, right? So that would get to 6 o'clock, right?
We're at 6 p.m. now.
We're at 6 p.m, missus has come home, I've asked her for some money, I'm scoring off the next person.
Yeah.
Right, I've got another dealer, so I've got 3 dealers on the go, right? I've got another one that's ticking me up till 10 o'clock at night, right?
Yeah.
And then I've got one dealer that I know is going to be up till 5 in the morning.
Shit then.
Game on. He's playing computer gambling.
Yeah.
I'm texting him and say, yeah, come round, take what you want. Because what it was, right, these people that are serving me know me very well. Live in my local area. They all look at me and don't really look and see me for what I've become. They see me for who they know. So it's like Malvin will look at me and see me as Connor from school.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's my
Even when I was in addiction, he would have still seen me as Connor from school. They see me as that, so they would give me what I wanted, as much of it as they could, you know. And I've had people knocking at my door for money.
I was about to ask you that literally. Like, did you then ever get yourself in shit? Like,
Yeah.
problems with people?
I've had a lot of problems. Like I've had problems with people where they've knocked my door while my family's on holiday, and my daughter's wet herself on the doorstep because they're threatening, and I'm KO'd. Can't wake up. I'm in a coma, sleeping.
Shit.
You know, I've had to deal with that.
Yeah.
I've been in a position where I've had people chase me down the road, jump out, and then we're talking. Next thing you know, they just want to know when they can get some money off of me.
Yeah.
You know, like I never hid, I never ran away, but if I could swerve you, I would, because I didn't want to know. All I was fixated on was getting what I need.
That hit, yeah.
It didn't matter how I got it. You know? Look, I got to the lows, right, of my daughter would be on her bed, 6, 7 years old, happy with her tablet, saying to my missus, give me £20. I ain't got it. You got a tenner. I'll lend a tenner off someone else. I ain't got it, Connor. I'd get up and I'd snatch my daughter's tablet out around and make her cry so my missus would give me money to leave the house.
Oh, you got that low?
Because he knew that was the button which would work, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because the missus is a mother, so the missus doesn't want to hear the baby crying.
That's the low it got to.
So...
But you have to remember as well, you also have to put it to like that you've been with your missus for
11 years. My daughter turned 10 2 days ago.
Ah,
yeah, a few days
happy,
ago.
happy
when
birthday,
you first linked up with the babes, everyone in school was talking about it. Was saying, how did my man
bagged out?
I swear.
Do you know what? She's been... See that woman there, right?
Nah, she's stuck with
that book.
She sounds like she's done good.
That woman there's my rock.
I told you that's why this book is always there. You see, he's just used my book to...
I
Alright.
remember speaking to someone and saying I had no friends when I was in the height of my addiction, right? And they goes, you had one. I said, I had none. I'd sit in my bedroom on my own. No one wanted to know me. They went, what about your missus? She's my girlfriend. No, she's been your friend. She was my friend for everything. You know, she stood by me through thick and thin. She sees something in me that I didn't see. You know?
You know what, yeah? That is probably the most beautiful thing. You fuck up, I'll egg you, bro. But I think...
What did you say?
Eggs are expensive as well.
You didn't say cry.
You know what? I think when you look at it all and put it all together, right? It all comes down to like the people that sticks with you throughout the most difficult
100%.
times, and I think it then brings that whole. It is true that he who prays finds a good thing, right? And when you do find it, it's for everlasting. But I think what we do as people sometimes, we then take it for granted.
100%.
And then we think it's always going to be...
So the thing is, right?
If you've got something around you all the time, you think of it, it gets overlooked, doesn't it?
100%.
When they're there all the time, you think, oh, they'll always be there.
100%. We take, like you said, we take things for granted. We take people for granted, right? But see, with me, I can speak only on me, so I'm going to be saying me a lot, right? So, me and my addiction, the people closest to me are the people I want furthest away from me. You know?
I get you.
Because I will push anyone who's close to me away. I don't want you there, right? At the point, it's like Malvin. He's the actor of this group, right? Right? If he controls it all, it's all gonna work. Everything's gonna be all right. And when it don't go all right, what does he say? You gotta pay me. Yeah.
He did. Oh, yeah.
Right?
I have to clear this up. I basically told these lot that I need to start getting some wages up and just dance for editing because I've been getting amazing.
Cost of living.
The truth of you know what it is? I support that, but the truth of the matter is my guy is trying to bring some African dictatorship corruption up in this thing.
No,
so
I'm just
so all I'm saying,
I'm not having that.
my friend, if the country inflation is 4.6%, we're not playing with those type of games. Go to HMRC.
Always wanting more. Please, so can I have more? Fuck off.
Now watch this now. I will send these little videos to watch. Like, make sure you watch this so we know what we need to fix.
Of course.
He hates watching full videos. He doesn't watch them, and they'll come and say, "Oh, I've watched them."
Send me some notes back. Nothing.
No. Good video, bro.
Okay, wait. Ask him, right? Because he hates me, because I can be heavily critical.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So the problem he has is like, you're never happy. So
I hear that.
So sometimes...
Don't ask me then. Don't ask me then. Don't ask me then.
I am saying right now is I hear all the wassy was.
Yeah.
But for the best, why are we doing this? But what I'm telling you guys, watch the videos. That's what I'm saying. But yeah, we should get paid, man. This stuff is not easy to edit. But my point,
We'll get something else.
But what I was getting to, right, is like the actor. I want to be the actor. I want to be the director. I want to be the janitor. I want to be the person that's getting kissed.
You gotta be the T-boy.
The reason I want to do everything, right? Because if my missus just done as I asked her, and everyone give me money like I wanted, right? And everyone done as I wanted them to, everything would have been alright. It wouldn't have. It would have just been more chaotic. Now, but that's all I thought. I thought like, if you just done what I wanted, you just spoke more, and you didn't smile as much, I'll be happy.
Speak is an issue for me. Just get it out there. You picked the wrong one there.
No, but what I'm saying is...
So as soon as you said that...
No, of course. But what I'm saying is them sorts of things. Like my brother, right, who's in a wheelchair, smiles. I used to look at him and go, why are you smiling? You've got nothing to smile for. You're in a wheelchair. You can't even walk, you know? But now I know why he smiles. Because he's happy. You don't need to walk. You don't need to be doing all these things to be happy. You know? I've found true happiness. You know? I've found true happiness.
So I think this would be the perfect point for me to ask you then, what was, or would you say was the turning point? Because you've described moments which have made you feel like, God, I'm taking this away from my daughter. God, I'm here on my own. No, sorry, I'm feeling like I'm on my own, but a lot of people around me.
Yeah.
And you've mentioned so many situations which have just been, in my eyes, I think they're quite traumatic in the sense of that you're a strong man to still be standing here. So you still got a long story to still tell.
Yeah.
But what do you think was the turning point or the rock bottom, would you say, which made you think, oh, okay,
The straw that broke the camel's back.
yeah, when would that be?
The truth is,
And please be truthful, black and white on this, baby.
5th of June, 2021. I took 16 sleeping tablets and tried to kill myself. You know, and I was in hospital and they put me in a room because I refused them to help me. And I had an out-of-body experience where I see my body on the floor with a hood up.
Was here, man.
And I got no, can't see the face, right? What I know now, I'll get to it, right? So I can't see my face, I'm screaming, just die. Look what you're doing to the family. Just die. Everyone will be happy without you, right? And I wake back up. I walk home. My sister calls me, I'm a couple of houses up from my house. You know, hospital to Whitney Wood.
Yeah. I'm with you.
40-minute walk.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Took me 3 hours. Because I'm still hallucinating. I'm running in the road thinking people are there. I'm coming back round. I'm in the road. Cars nearly hitting me. I get home. My sister calls me. I'm a couple of doors away from my house, right? My sister calls me and says, I'm sorry. What are you sorry for? Sorry for saying you can't be an addict. You can't be addicted to cocaine. Blah, 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 blah. Would you take help? Would you go to a rehab if we could get you it? And to be honest with you, right? The truth is I said yeah because I knew that would get me back into the house. My dad opens the door and he tells me get in and I'll deal with you when I wake up, right? So I know my dad's angry now. Excuse me. And I wake up, my sister's there, this woman's there, and they're talking and they're asking me and they're like, would you actually go? It's in Middlesbrough, would you go? I said, I'll do anything, like, because by then I'm like, I'm trying to take my own life, I can't find a way out. The only way I see out is death. Right? They leave the bedroom. But you gotta remember, listen, so I just told you I'm in hospital trying to kill myself. I open my top drawer and find a load of empty baggies and I make a line. I do it. My missus is sat opposite me on the bed. She just shakes her head. I said, what's up?
She's a strong woman.
Do you know what she says? I just don't know what to do anymore. I do it. Normally you get the hit. Looking round. Nothing. She goes, what's up? I said, it's not working. It stopped working for me. I got honest to my mum that I'd done one. She at this point had locked me in for 30 days while I was waiting for this rehab. I never went to rehab. Rehab don't have to be part of your story. It isn't part of mine, but for some people it's very good, right? It gives people a break from society. Get their head cleared, right?
And then recharge and
recharge and then do what's needed. Got a phone call from a fellow and he goes, hi, my name's such and such and I said, hi, mate. He says, is that Connor? I says, yeah. He says, how you doing, mate? I said, yeah, I'm all right. Right? Because the illusion, right? And he says, oh, that's good then. He said, you're struggling. And then I was like, what do you mean? He said, your mum's asked me to give you a call, right? And we get talking, and this fella tells me his life. And it was the first time I never felt alone. Someone else in this world felt like I did. Used like I did. I weren't the only person sitting in my bedroom thinking the SWAT team's outside for me and I've done nothing. I ain't the only person that thinks that, right? I get off the phone to this fellow after speaking to him. He says, I'm going to get someone closer to your area to give you a call. I get off the phone. This is how twisted my mind is. I go, you told him about me, Mum. That's how he can talk to me like that. Not that this geezer's been honest with me.
No.
I don't trust no one.
It's facts.
I don't trust no one.
I know what you mean there.
And another fellow calls me, and he was closer, and he said to me, how you doing, mate? My name's
so-and-so,
so-and-so, and is that Connor? And we have the same sort of conversation. He explains to me about his life, but he used different drugs and alcohol. And he goes, let's get you to a meeting. I said, what's a meeting? And because I'm in a 12-step fellowship myself.
12 steps what, sorry?
12-step fellowship.
Okay, cool.
So it's a recovery program. It's a 12-step fellowship that I'm in. I choose not to promote it because our tradition state attraction, not promotion. So
yeah,
I'm not going to promote what
That's
fellowship
okay.
I'm in, but I'm in a 12-step fellowship. Just for any people out there that want to know. And he goes, I'll get you to a meeting on Wednesday. So you got to remember, this is the 6th to Sunday. The 7th, this guy's called me, which is the Monday.
Yeah, man. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm with you now.
He said, Wednesday, I'll get you to a meeting.
That's in 2 days now.
So he calls me on Tuesday, and we get talking, and he goes, do you have a sponsor? You got to remember, I've never been to one of these meetings, so I don't knock about it. And I go, yeah, I've got one of them.
This guy.
I call him back 20 minutes later, I'm like, what's a sponsor? Right? And I asked the guy to be my sponsor. I don't even know what
The
it is.
same guy who rang you or...
The second time, yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool.
So the guy who called me on the Monday.
So you asked him to be your sponsor?
I asked him to be my sponsor. Cool. Wednesday morning I wake up, right? Going to this meeting, I'm quite excited.
Yeah.
So Sunday's my last dues. I'm now 3 days clean. I'm feeling happy, right? I'm going to go to a meeting.
Really well there as well.
I'm going to get help. My sister calls my mum. She tests positive for COVID. Them times there, even if you've been in contact, you have to lock in for 14 days.
Oh, shit.
So I ring up this fellow and I go, see, world's against me. No one wants me to recover. Can't go to this meeting tonight.
Which is fair for you to think like that.
And he went, whoa, hang on a minute. He said, don't you see what's just happened for you? I went, yeah, I'm locked in for 14 days. He goes, no. He went, God just give you 14 days of clean time. He said, because you can't leave your house. He said, and furthermore, there's a meeting on Zoom tonight, get on that.
Fair play to him.
And that kick-started one of the first stints in my recovery, you know. That guy took me through the work at the 12 steps. And I got 8.5 months clean and sober, right?
Yeah.
But what happened
What?
is at 6 months, I'm running around like a headless chicken, doing all this stuff for meetings, shares, this, that, and that.
What's about I can hear, sorry.
And I think I am Mr. Recovery. And I had an argument in my home group over WhatsApp. I didn't go and I relapsed. Right?
Okay.
But what happened is, looking back now, because I've sat down and I've analysed what happened coming up to my relapse, because the relapse happens before the relapse.
Okay.
So 2 months prior, I'm not doing what I should be doing. Yeah? So the 12-step fellowship never failed me. I failed the 12-step fellowship.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
That's my experience.
No, I get you.
My relapse lasted one night. February the 18th, 2022 was when I relapsed. 19th of February, Saturday morning, I'm in Wesley Church in Reading, re-surrendering. At a meeting, I need help. Someone help me. I go back through the work with this new sponsor. He then relapse. World's against me.
He relapsed.
Yeah.
Oh, bless him. Oh, shit.
Right? He's back. He's back. He's in a
Awesome.
good place, right? So, but from the 19th of February 2022 till today, I've not touched drugs or alcohol. So I'm coming up 23 months.
Fair play to you, bro. No, it's
You know?
It's a lot.
And from the person I've become, from who I was, it's two different worlds apart. You know, like, who would have thought me in school, the naughty kid, right? Like, I owe you an amends for taking the mick out of you and your mates who believed in God, listened to their parents, and was good in school.
I get you.
I used to sit there and laugh. Look at these clowns. Look at these idiots. Right?
Yeah.
I was going to ask, was you, obviously, you weren't always religious then until after,
I'm not religious now.
but you still like God and that.
So, I'm spiritual.
Okay.
There's a difference.
So I believe there's a God, right? And that's the difference today. Like, I pray 7 times a week. I pray every single morning before I pick my phone up, before I talk to my missus, before my daughter can be crying. I'm praying. The fundamentals of God are in each and every man and woman.
Yes, there you go. You're not wrong.
Don't always need to go to a church to find God.
I've been preaching this, preach it again.
He's in here.
What are you talking about? He's lying.
Preach it again.
He's lying.
Listen.
Go on.
I've always said this, yeah. Oh, I'm not Christian, right? I've done a whole 360.
Okay.
Right, so I have converted to Islam.
Okay, fair play.
But
And again, bravery for you to say that. Big
Yeah,
up to you, bro.
100%. I've got something to say about that in a minute.
yeah, so for me, I've always felt like, even when I was going through my journey of transitioning from Christianity to Islam, I've always felt like
Is it not Islam as well? You keep on saying Islam. We're not in Zimbabwe. Go on. Carry on. Finish. Yours fell.
Yeah,
Go on.
so
Go on.
it's a case of like I had to find my spiritual faith first before choosing to.
Okay.
And I always felt like church, there's always this unspoken pressure that kind of came with it. And I think that didn't sit right with me either.
Fair enough.
And with that now, I felt like I had to be something to fit in. And I couldn't do that. So I went through a period where I just didn't have nothing.
Yeah.
Until one of my friends, Muhammad, is like, it's not anything I'm trying to say, but have you tried Islam?
Yeah.
I was like, I've never really thought about it. And he's like, you know what, Friday, come to the mosque.
Yeah,
You
come to Jummah,
You ain't got to really do much.
Just come and sit.
Just have a little look.
Yeah.
And I think it was the acceptance. And it was we don't want to convert you. We're just going to educate you about it.
That's a nice touch.
So because it was more of an educational standpoint, I didn't feel pressured.
100%.
And from that now, I had a better understanding. And then you find a lot more things are very much similar.
Have you read the Quran?
Yes, I have the Quran, yeah.
So, I've been told that in the Quran it says if you do not find your answers here, seek the Bible.
Seek the Bible, yes.
Does it actually say that?
Yes.
Yes, it does.
So the Quran is
Nah, you man, we're podcasting. Aye, if you know these lot talking was
no.
comment section. Are you man serious?
Let me
100%.
That's okay. I ain't asking you. That's why I didn't look at you.
okay. So
If there was a God, and you could describe him in words as like happy, joyous, descriptive words, good ones, what would it be? Name one.
Forgiven.
Name one.
I was in the wrong person here, I don't believe.
No, but if there was.
hypothetical.
You can say
Hypothetical.
anything, I could say a random word and it's not going to mean anything.
Yeah, I know, but just a random word.
answer
If there
Ash.
was, just like a descriptive word.
Hypothetical, Ash.
Selfish.
Okay.
Gracious.
Loving.
Are we going again? Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Oh man, all knowing.
Okay.
All knowing, yeah, baby.
I don't know.
Remorseful. Arrogant. Okay.
Shit,
I'll
you.
say understanding.
Remorseful, right? So you could sit and make a list, right? If you're willing to really look, right, and make a list. Loving, caring, kind, remorseful, forgiving, all-knowing, all-power.
Yeah.
Put a box around it. That's what your God is. Because you've named it.
You're
right?
not lying.
So if you've put positive words in there, you've got a positive God. If you put negative words in there, negative, right? That's how I would work with someone. But then I would go, can you stop the wind from blowing?
No.
Can you stop the waves from crashing in?
No.
Can you stop the sun from rising?
No.
All power's greater than you, then, right?
That's a shout.
All power's greater than you. That's a power greater than yourself, right?
Yeah.
So, but there you go. He's got a power greater than him. You don't have to be the man in the sky. Because that's
Okay, I get.
So
you
now
get where he's coming from, right?
Now he's because he's got something
I get
against
you.
the man in the sky. Or
Yeah.
he don't relate to that. He
That's
can't connect
it.
to it. True.
That is it.
So
All right, boy.
I couldn't.
All right,
I couldn't
boy.
connect.
Okay, Connor.
So what
That's
I've
not
done
bad
is
from him. I'll tell you that.
what I've
If
done
you
is
don't agree, that's your problem.
I prayed to my nan who passed.
Okay. Yeah.
She took me so far, and then one day in my dream come to me and said, "I can't help you no more, but he can." I ain't look back.
Do you know what that is?
What is it?
That is the olden African tradition of praying. Because
Pray to an ancestor.
in the olden Africa, you pray to the ancestors to then get to God.
Because
Because the ancestors are where the living disciples of God. So as they pass, they are passing to the channel. So they prayed to the ancestors in order to get a similar situation.
What do you think you've learnt about yourself and that journey so far?
that I'm very emotional.
What makes you say that?
Look at this guy.
Do you know what it is? They say, right, there's a good thing and a bad thing about getting in recovery, right? Is one, you get your emotions back, great. The bad thing is you get your emotions back, great. Because I didn't have emotions before, right? And I found out that I'm very sensitive.
Okay. Why does he say that?
It's a little sensey.
Carry on.
But also I found out how much I like helping people. Like, I find my happiness now from helping others.
That's a great thing to hear, man.
You know, but yeah, I'd say the biggest thing for me learning is that I'm quite sensitive.
No. And this is it. It's for me.
Because
as well.
growing up in an area where we grew up.
Has it got easier?
What?
Just of staying sober. As a lot of time's got on,
Time
you'd
got
think
on.
it would, but obviously,
It gets easier
yeah,
because I continue to do what I need to do.
yeah.
It's as like
And what you need to do is what you said, the 10 things in the
12.
Of the day.
No, 10
Over test,
Like
yeah.
10
questions.
notes,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is
we've got
that what you need to
12
do?
steps
Yeah,
of
so-
Muhammad.
Understand
Yes,
the
yeah,
things you
Yeah.
have to.
So that's one of the. So that them 10 questions.
Don't forget his questions, but also
course,
I
yeah.
want you to tell me what you need to do. You said
Yeah. So
it gets
your
easier
question
if I
is
do what
right.
I need to do.
So your question was, does it get easier? The longer I'm in, the less I know.
What do you mean?
Meaning I don't question it anymore.
They're
When
Just
I
keep
fir-
going every day.
when I first come in, I was told what to do.
Yeah.
I was shown what to do. I was loved until I learnt to love myself.
Yeah.
I now do what I've been shown, what I know what works, and I don't change it. You know, I get up, I do my morning routine. I try and be the best version of myself.
Yeah.
I constructively review my day at night. I go to my meetings, I help others, I do what's asked of me. You know, they say, find God, clear house, help others, you'll be grateful. Right? Clearing house means like a business, you take stock. So we call it step 4, inventory. Take inventory of your stock.
Okay, cool. Okay, I get it.
Resentments, harms, conducts, fears. you get everything down. I put some stuff on there that I swore I'd never tell no one. You know, I've put things down there that I've been holding on to since I was 4 years old.
And do you think that also set you free?
Of course it did.
You felt that
100%. Why? Because I turned it to a power greater than myself. I also got it out and took the power out of it. So if you're feeling that something's happening, right? So say you've got a resentment to me because I've said something or I've acted a way that I shouldn't have, that you don't see is right. You voice your opinion, right, to people like this who are not going to judge, not going to look at you in a different way, will just be honest and will listen.
They don't judge, they do.
It takes, you're right. It will take the power out of it, and you'll see that
Shut
actually.
up. That's what you've just. You lot got that.
Yeah, I got
I didn't get that where you said taking the power, but the more you explained it, the more I understood that.
Yeah.
Because initially, when you hear or you see something, it has power, doesn't it?
But then you remember that time when we went to. Remember when we was driving to Southampton, and I said to you is one of the things I've learned in recent times is never allow people to dictate how I behave.
So on that, when you're letting someone dictate how you behave, they become your higher
They
power.
become a high power.
So if you're
So it's the same
getting
thing what you just said.
So
we just said to you.
if you're getting upset, because Ash don't talk to you or he keeps bullying you, right? He's your higher power because you're allowing him to do so, right?
Damn straight.
Yeah. So that's what happens. Like,
Your mind is leveled up.
do you know what it is?
Because bro, I'm not saying you were dumb. No, you were smart, but I think
I didn't.
You speak like a philosopher now to a certain degree, which is quite. It's refreshing to hear.
Do you want to know the truth?
Go on.
I'm not the person you knew. That's the truth. I'm not the person that you once knew.
And I think this is a lot of things which a lot of people we don't quite accept, isn't it? Or quite realize.
And I think to that point, it goes back to the thing again. When we used to do the K-Time TV driving, we used to have like some mad deep convos, right?
Yeah.
Because I mean, like to me, it's like my little brother, and
Of course.
I love him to death. But sometimes I need to beat him in his head.
Of course.
But
Yeah.
quick one. But I think
Does he need one?
Hit everything.
Does he need one? Yeah.
Actually hit everything.
What did he whisper? Go on. He needs one of it.
As you should.
As you should.
no, but I think one thing I've always said to him is like one thing I've learned is understanding that I can only control what I'm able to change. I can't control how somebody else
Thank you.
moves.
Thank you.
And I think once you understand and you grasp that, it makes things so much easier because
Acceptance.
I can't be frustrated because you're doing something that I can't control. Because then it takes away from what I then need to do and what I need to focus on.
No, I get.
So what he's
I had to
saying.
accept that. I'll be
So
honest.
accept what you've just said. Acceptance was the answer. When you start accepting that people, places, and things are out of your control, do you know what you can do?
What?
Nothing.
Yeah, no, but literally.
Just get on with it. You're able to
used-
get on with life and see it for what it really is.
And this is why these lot kept on pointing at me when we're talking about the emotions and sensitive. Because they know if I see anything, the smallest thing I think that's not on, I'll be like, yo, we're not. I'll get annoyed. But now I have accepted it. Out of my circle, obviously, I could give two rats' asses about Joe next door or Auntie Belinda next door. Do you get my point?
Yeah, of course.
Because now I've realized that the African community is always going to do this and another community is always going to do that. So now I've had to align myself in a way of saying, okay, cool. Where am I trying to go? How do I want to be? And this kind of leads me on nicely now to talk about my drinking habit when it got really bad. Because when I was listening to you, I was thinking to myself, and this is why I was so switched on, because I wanted to really, really almost analyze myself, because I've been battling this thing of saying to myself, no, I drink because I want to drink. Because I want to have that drink. Not really realizing that drink is what's controlling me.
So now let me ask you a question.
Go on, brother. And let you guys in though. This is what I'm saying, that if I bring you in my world of the reason why maybe I drink, you understand. You
Go
ask
on.
me, why did you drink?
Yeah, why?
But I'm not clear. My
Be
relationship with my family broken. completely.
Okay.
I was aware of that.
Yeah. Obviously, I've had some situations in my own personal relationship life which has also broken me as well. I can't hold my mum's hand anymore to see the things I see. I can't hold my girl's hand anymore to see the things I see. I can't do anything, and so the only thing I can do now is just to put myself at ease.
So
put myself at
you
rest.
drink to suppress the feelings.
I would say that.
You drink to hide from the feelings and the emotions and whatever's going on. Don't have to deal with it. It's not helping you. You
Connor,
can't use alcohol and drugs
I
as a
need
medication.
you to come here more often, Connor. You know
You're
what I'm saying?
medicating yourself with alcohol, bro. There is not a good enough excuse on this planet for you to drink or
So
use.
you're telling me drinking should just be completely...
I love this guy, you know.
You talk rubbish because we've never had this chat. Don't even go there because I'm very sensitive about this.
Wait.
What I'm
I'm saying